Hi guys, and welcome to the Watchalong for our first pre-season game that fans can go to. We played Warsaw in pre-season about a week ago, and it was behind closed doors. This is our Portuguese tour. Our training camp's been there all week, and now we get to see what's going on, how the team's doing. It's Portimonense versus Blues. This is going to be an interesting one, just to see how the players are developing, see how Sanderson and Plachetta are getting on. I'm interested to see what happens. Hello to Charlie and Gordon in the chat as well. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions for this upcoming game? Now, I am going to be watching it on my phone because I'm not managing to be able to buy it on the PC, so we're gonna see how we get on. Logie Bat, hello in the chat. 3-3 draw. That'd be a pretty exciting game at least. Charlie, 3-0 to Blues. I would love to see it. Can you show us the match? No, I can't show you the match because that's not legal, and we'll end up getting done. So yeah, I cannot show you the match, unfortunately. However, I can't get on the match either because I can't log into my own account, which is very fun. The match will have kicked off, but we will end up getting on. Apparently my email address doesn't exist, which is very useful. Why is Lecco starting? Thin squad? Probably something to do with that. Yeah, typical Blues TV, just not working. Always the way. How's everyone's day been anyway? Enjoying the ridiculously hot weather? Right, I'm finally into my own account, which is obviously great. So now we can actually watch the game. It's too hot to do anything. Yeah, it is. It's so hot. I've been at work today and it's just too much. Yesterday was a lot worse, but today has not been great. Okay, it's finally letting me on here. Right. Why not BCFC upload the match on YouTube? Good point. And you'd think because it's pre-season, they'd like to treat the fans, put in, a nice little freebie of a live game, but yeah, sadly not. do apologise for this as well. I got back from work literally like 25 to 22. I've been trying to set it up, but right, we've successfully bought the game. Well, we haven't bought the game. If we bought the game, then I would make it 10-0. Okay, now is it going to let me watch it, or is it going to do a Blues TV? It lets us watch it. Currently 0-0. Oh, I know, because they're broke and the money we pay for it is for the club. Yeah, yeah. All the money that goes to Blues TV, you know, funds anything that goes into the club, pays all the players' wages. We've just won a free kick outside our box, and Ryan Woods is standing over it. I wonder what his sunburn is like today. Hello, Keeper on TV. I'm not going to do my impression of Ronaldo, but yes. Sue. A bit more enthusiastic than that, to be fair. They've just had a shot that's went wide, our opponents. But yes, still 0-0. And what I am going to try and do, now that I've successfully bought it, is log into my account on my Xbox so I can watch it on a bigger screen. Okay, we got a throw in quite high up the pitch. Is it time for a Mark Roberts launch, or no? It's not. Hopefully, now that Bowyer's gone, the Mark Roberts 50-yard throw is gone, because it never led to anything. It was such a useless thing. We have got into the box, lovely back heel, and we've won a corner. That was nice play. But we've got a corner early on. It was Deeney with a nice back heel pass. Jordan Graham just misses. It was close. From outside the box, just wide or over. I couldn't tell by the camera angle. It looked like it was a bit of both. Ooh, that was a close one. Yeah, we've now got the ball at left back. Poor touch from Lecco. They've got a chance, they're in. And it's 1-0 to Portimonense. 9 minutes in and we're 1-0 down. What a disappointing start from us. Yeah, Lecco with a very loose touch, and then they just play off it. 1-0 down. That is obviously not the start we were looking for. So the John Eustace era gets off to a very poor start. Is Lecco playing left back? I mean, he was quite deep then, to be fair. Should not be as far back as he was. But yeah, poor from him. Typical Lecco, lose the ball high at the pitch and they go at the other end and score. Well, the thing is, he wasn't high up the pitch. He was like in a very defensive area and he just lost the ball. It was it was a bit different than normal Lecco. But yeah, that's not going to do too much for his confidence, which obviously isn't good. It's good to have players on high confidence. You don't want to see anyone doing anything like that. Kind of feel bad for him, but he shouldn't be making mistakes like that. We've got to sell Lecco at all costs. Yeah, West Brom definitely sold us a bit of a dud there, didn't they? But we've managed to switch it over to the screen so I can watch it a bit better now. Lecco shouldn't be anywhere near the first team. He's one of the worst Blues players ever. If we've got to rely on the likes of Lecco, Blues, yeah. I think we are pretty screwed if we got to rely on Lecco. That's why we definitely need some need to get some players in. Nice ball from Sanderson. Deeney tries to play it forward. Can't get on the end of it. Played out for a throw-in. Okay. Keep the ball away from Lecco, and there is a chance that we might do something. I've just realised as well, apologies to anyone who got stuck in the other stream, that's my bad. So, the team, we've finally got there. Everidge in goal, Colin, Sanderson, Roberts and Lecco. Colin, Sanderson, Roberts at centre-back. Sorry, it's a bit weird. Lecco and Graham at wing-back. Hall, Woods and Bacuna in the middle. And Deeney and Hogan up front. So it's the same as what Bowyer was playing formation-wise. So yeah, you were right, Damien. Lecco at left-back is just not really what you want to be seeing, is it? Right, Sanderson's got the ball at the back. Graham into Woods in the middle. Plays a nice ball, but Hogan falls over. And they have the ball back. Nice. Colin gets the ball. Back to Etheridge, who hoofs it up. And the ball's back with him. Very scrappy at the moment. What would you have played in the chat? I know it's pre-season, but what formation would you go on? Because the fact that he's went 5-3-2 here makes me think that's what his plan is for the season. Managers tend to go into pre-season with a formation and stick with it because that's their ideology. So Eustace might be a 5-3-2 man with us, but what formation would you have played? Proves we need a left back desperately. Well, yeah, we don't have one. It's very strange to play this formation. I guess he was thinking winger at wing back is better than winger at full back, which fair enough. Yes, but I don't know. Leko's not defensive, is he? So you're lost either way. They've had a corner, but Woods hoofs it forward. 4-3-3, Placheta and Graham on the wings. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Unfortunately, I don't have a bench here, so I'm not too sure who is actually on the bench because I don't have one available. But yeah, what's the score? 1-0. I will update that now. Woods has the ball. So yeah, score 1-0. Crossed in, gone away. Woods back in. Leko has it on the wing. Runs round his man. Plays a low ball in. I think he mishit that, to be honest. And a free kick to the opposition. Back, all the way back at the right back position. Make sure to hit that like button as well. It really helps the stream. The more likes it gets, the more, it's visible to people. So, yeah, make sure to hit the like button. And make sure to subscribe to Blues Focus TV as well. There'll be plenty of content coming up. What are your thoughts for this season, guys? I'd imagine the majority of people here are Blues fans. Realistically, where do you think we're going to be finishing? I was going to ask where do you think we need to improve, but it's pretty much everywhere. But what sort of thing are you expecting? With the current side we've got, what position do you think we'll be finishing in the league? Personally, I don't think this side is good enough. There's obviously Rotherham, Wigan and Sunderland who have came up, who are going to be pretty weak, but I can't really see many teams weaker than us, which makes me think that it's either relegation or just about scraping it. Gordon says, Leko is a League 1 and a League 2 player. Oh God, why did we sign him? Yeah. Leko is... I don't really know what he is. Like, is he a winger? Is he a striker? Is he... I don't... we've had him for long enough that you'd think we'd know where he is, what his best position is, but... he's just one of those players that doesn't really show too much. Like, I genuinely think Leko could be standing in goal and I wouldn't think he'd be out of place. Which is very worrying. It just shows that he doesn't do anything in any of his positions he should be able to play. James Chipman, hello. We are getting relegated with this current squad. Yeah, I agree. Need some improvements quickly. Deeney with a nice bit of play, plays it out to Graham. Gordon, Rotherham are a yo-yo club. Yes. For me, they're one that are getting relegated. It's just who else, really? I mean, if Rotherham survive, then I think we're definitely getting relegated. He's actually a striker, not a winger. I think he is both. He's supposed to be, but he doesn't really play either position well, which is obviously... Yeah, Leko isn't a footballer. Daniel, you've summed it up perfectly. He isn't a footballer. Anything better than a relegation battle would be a step in the right direction. Yeah. I mean, realistically, last season we weren't really in a relegation battle. Yes, we were close positionally, but we were never close on points to that relegation zone. We always looked safe. So I think last season was a step in the right direction, even though we were awful. Points, you know, compared to being relegated, how do you word it? I guess because of the points deductions, it looked better than it was. So I guess it wasn't a step in the right direction, yeah. I think we could just do with, I don't know, if we could get like 55 points or something this season, and a near neutral goal difference, that would be a step in the right direction. Jack, are we playing well? Not much has really happened. They scored a goal, it was a mistake from Leko. Nice pass from them, they chip it over Everidge, who goes to ground, but apart from that, nothing's really happened. They've currently got a free kick, Woods headers away, trying to break out, but we can't. Played back to the goalkeeper, good bit of pressing from Hogan, who nearly capitalises on a goalkeeper mistake, but just can't get there. However, we've got a throw-in now on the halfway line. FJ Kenyon, I say 18th, same sound every season. Might as well stick my nan at left back at this point. Yeah. If anyone's got any family members that they think could do a better job than Leko at left back, which is pretty much everyone, I'd be down St Andrews trying to sign him up. Poor ball out from Roberts, leaves us in a bit of a tricky situation. Only not close due to Reading and Derby point deductions. Yeah, that was literally it. We might struggle this season. Anthony, hello. Need 5 in before we could stay up. Yeah, maybe 6 or 7, 8. I think 5 is probably a minimum. We've only really got Placheta on the left. It looks like Leko might be utilised there as well, but you don't want to be starting him. You don't really want to be using him. So we need a left back, a versatile defender to play everywhere. You need a left winger as well. Could probably do with a new goalkeeper. You could do with a new midfielder as well now that Sunjic has gone. So yeah, that's probably the 5 positions for me. Striker-wise, you look at our strikers, Deeney and Hogan. We've got, obviously, Jukovic as well. He hasn't went with them for this Portuguese tour, but we've still got him. The experience between those 3 strikers should be enough to get us through the season. Deeney now should be fully fit. So, because last season he never looked at 100%, he always looked at about 70%. If he's 100% now, I think our strikers are good enough to get us through. It's just everywhere behind, really, that we need to sign. Gary says, Leko wouldn't even cut it in the Women's League, he's that weak. No good doing silly, pointless skills with a ball in training when he can't actually cut it in a proper game. Relegation, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree with Leko. He's not good enough. Obviously, like everyone, I hope we don't get relegated, but with the current squad, it doesn't look good. Damien, you think Reading will struggle again next season? Yeah. John Swift's gone. Lucas João, I think, is up for sale. And they were their 2 main players last season. They were the 2 players that stopped them from getting relegated, so they'll be in trouble. If we was relegated, we would never come back up like Bolton. Yeah, Bolton are only just seeming to recover now. I think they finished about mid-table last season. But they've been stuck there. Portsmouth as well, they're another one. There's just teams that are really struggling to get back up, and it's taken a while. Take the point deduction off Derby and Reading and we would have gone down. We just about avoided relegation for the last 5 or 6 seasons. Yeah, it's not good. Ryan, a bit more positive. 17th position for Blues. I would take that every day of the week. Is the Duke not out there? No, he didn't go with the squad, unfortunately, due to injury. I didn't know much about the injury, but apparently he was injury. That was close from Bakuna. Yeah, I didn't know too much about his injury, but yeah, he's injured supposedly. Thoughts about Butland if he returns? He's a step up from Everidge, I'd say, but I'm not sure if Butland, he hasn't played a lot of football because he's been at Palace on the bench. Will he come back as the same Butland, that exciting England prospect that we had him as, or will he come back as the Butland that struggled over the last few years? But if Butland's at 70%, I think he's better than Everidge. So hopefully we can get the good Butland. Yuki might be sold this season, I think, says Gordon, and Ryan says Yuki definitely being sold. Yeah, I've got a feeling because he knows he's not going to be playing much. He's coming towards the end of his career, so he'll want to play as much as possible. I think he could come up to a newly promoted Championship side and do a job, to be honest. If you're a team that plays 4-4-2 or just, wingers and planning on crossing the ball in, then yeah, I think Yuki does a very good job for you at this level. Gary, if we don't bring a lot of players in before the start of the season, we are relegated. This lot are not good enough, proved that last season. Yeah. If anything, we've got weaker because Pedersen, even though he hasn't been great over the past few seasons, he's still a left back. We don't have that now, so that's weaker. Bella made us weaker. Chong, who else did we even have on loan? Mengi, they were the ones that featured a lot. Richards was there but didn't really feature too much. Graham has the ball on the wing, crosses straight to the goalkeeper. No one was even over there. Do you think Lecco knows his crap? All I can say on that is I can imagine his confidence isn't too high, considering if he looks at social media, he'll know that people think he's no good. Gordon, all West Brom players do skills, it does my head in. I don't watch too much West Brom, so I can't comment on that. If it's just Lecco, then, he attempts to do skills, but it doesn't really work. Yuki definitely being sold, yeah. I'd rather take Foster than Butland. I'd rather have Sarkic back, but we know that's not happening now. Although I would take that goalkeeper from Brighton, that 6'9" guy, I think his name's Sherpen. I'd take him on loan. Foster might be high wages, coming to the end of his career. He is a good goalkeeper, but I'd just like to see that 6'9" guy in goal. That would be good. If it was the Foster that we had, then obviously I'd take him back, but it's not the same. Not really the same player. Although, we could have him just for his vlogs, that would be quite interesting. How come Gardner has come on the pre-season? I think he's a very good player. Has or hasn't, sorry. I'm not sure if he... Was he injured? Is he not there because he's injured? Or is he there? I can't remember, to be honest. MK Don's sniffing around the Duke. MK Dons are building something. They've lost Scott Twine, who although was a winger, he contributed to a lot of goals. I don't know if he played as a winger or up front for them, but I know he is naturally more of a winger. But MK Dons, yeah, they were good last season. Unlucky not to get automatics. I think they lost out on the last day. But yeah, that will be a good signing for them. I'll take Foster, Butland and Hart back. I mean, we don't need all three. Gordon, choose one. Not that Hart is realistic. I don't think we'd be getting him back, but choose one out of them three. Who would you prefer to see? Yes, that young keeper is great from Brighton. Yeah, I've heard good things about him. Wasn't he on loan at... He was on loan in the Eredivisie last season, and he's 6'9". Good for a goalkeeper to be tall, as long as he's athletic enough. Sanderson's going on a bit of a run here. Puts a low cross in that's blocked. It'll be a last minute loan players for us, the ones no one wants. Yeah, sounds about right. Foster vlogging and showing the absolute state of our facilities would be embarrassing. Yeah, it wouldn't look very good for the club, would it? Scott Twine is a striker. Yeah, I mean, he scored a lot of goals. I think I might just be going off Football Manager and the fact that he can also play on the wings, meaning he can do everything. With his contributions, he's more than likely, yeah, striker. But, you know, I think he's versatile, which is obviously very good. Danny, hello in the chat. How are we getting on, mate? Just tuned in. Well, we conceded 10 minutes in. Mistake from Lecco, obviously, and they chipped Everidge. He went to ground. They just chipped it over him. Lecco's on the wing at the moment. But yeah, apart from that, not much has happened. It's been pretty quiet, to be honest. Nice to see quite a lot of Blues fans just, you know, have went there. It's good to see everyone out there in, you know, decent numbers. Good piece of skill from Bakuna. And again, unlucky. But Bakuna just went on a very nice run. Lecco crosses. Nearly went in. It took a deflection and the cross nearly went in, but the keeper just saved it. Mark would take Foster. Gordon would take Hart. Fair enough. Who's on the bench? I am not sure. I haven't been able to see a bench, unfortunately. I did look at their Blues' lineup that they announced. Couldn't see a bench. I'd imagine it's just everyone else that went on pre-season. So I think it's everyone but Yuki, Gardner. I think there were 4 players. I can't remember the other 2, unfortunately. But Bakuna with a good cross. Headed in. 1-1. Scott Hogan flicks on a Bakuna cross. And that's our first goal of the John Eustace era. Very, very nice to see. Good header from Hogan. It's the sort of goal you expect. You play the ball into the box and he like flicks something on. It always seems to be the way he scores. If it's a 1v1, I don't trust him. But that sort of scenario is what suits Hogan perfectly, and it's why he's in the team. Ollie, Yuki, Gardner, Gordon, Friend, they're the ones that missed. Yes, Gordon and Friend. But everyone else will just be on the bench. What's the formation looking like? We're playing a 5-3-2. Lecco at wing back, which is quite scary. But yeah, 1-1, back in it. Lovely to see. Bakuna and Graham are decent so far. Yeah, Bakuna especially. That little run he went on then to win that corner. Or throw in. I can't remember what he won there. My memory's gone. But he did a nice bit of play. And yeah, we ended up getting a goal. So, very good, very good. Sentimental Blues FC, I think we should dig up Joe Bradford. What's happening about Gale, says John. I am not sure. No idea. All the in the knows, you know, were saying that they think we will get him. It's a done deal. And then everything goes silent. Everyone goes incognito. Yeah, I don't know if it was just people making stuff up or it's actually happening. God knows. That's the rumour that is on every season. And yeah, never ends up happening, obviously. But yeah. Scotty Hogan is a Blue. Indeed, he hates Villa. He's a poacher, ain't he? Yeah. Hogan is a very good poacher. Well, yeah, true, because if he's in a 1v1, he doesn't score. But, yeah, he's a poacher, fucks in the box. He's like Jamie Vardy, but with slightly significant less shooting ability. Bacuna to be the new Birmingham City number 8. Yeah, I've been impressed. From what I saw of Bacuna last season, he looked like a very good player. He looked like a player we needed in midfield. He can get out of tight situations. He's creative. He's a good passer. He's good at winning the ball back and doing the hard yards as well. So he's a bit of everything. He's a good player. And he can... I think he can work well to complement Woods. Because Woods is more of a, to use Football Manager, deep-lying playmaker. He sits back, plays the ball forward, and then he'll sometimes run forward. The issue with Woods is he can't track back. He hasn't got the pace. Watching him run is pretty funny. But Bacuna can do that. So I think they work well together. Adding the youth of Jordan James, I think it's pretty good. In midfield, anyway. Woods plays it forward to Hogan, who loses out. To be fair, to give an idea of how we're playing, the only thing Portimonense have done is score. They haven't really created anything else. They just got that one opportunity, which was a mistake, and it worked. So, yeah, they haven't provided too much. Saying that, they are running forward now. They cross it in. Everyone misses it. They have a shot on target, but it's low, it's soft, and average. Comfortable as you like. Huddersfield fans claim Bacuna is lazy, but haven't seen that once at Blues. Our best midfielder by far, yeah. Let me know in the chat, actually, everyone. Who were you most impressed with last season out of like all the loan players we had? So obviously Hernandez. Not all the players we bought in. So include Bacuna in there. So you've got Hernandez, Bacuna, Chong, Lyle Taylor, Mengi, Sanderson. I mean, Richards can be in there, but he didn't really feature. Who were you most impressed with? And out of the players we don't currently have, who would you like to see most out of all of those? Birmingham number 8 has legends, like Man United's number 7. Yeah. It's also got some legendary number 22s. Jude Bellingham. I saw he did a little bit of nice charitable work with Joe Bellingham, paying for some defibrillators to be fitted. They just seem like a very class family. Jude Bellingham has always been class, and well, if Job's anything like him, then it's something good to look forward to. Hernandez by far. Chong done well, but faded away after his injury. I'll agree with the last bit. Chong, yeah. End products wasn't really there. He was exciting because he ran around players, but didn't really do too much. So I'd have to agree with that. The reason I'm not agreeing with Hernandez is because of the by far part. I think Hernandez was very good, and I think if he was played in his correct position, he would have been our most influential player. He was influential on the ball, but I think it's a bit tighter because he was played at wing back for so long. But when he was played up front with Taylor, we were at our best. That was when we were best. Hernandez had pace plus a final product. Yeah, Adam in the chat. And yeah, to be fair, it has to be Hernandez or Taylor for me. And I think for the fact that we've got some good strikers, I'd choose Hernandez. Dan, I want back Riley McGree. McGree was okay for us. When he got his chance, he did start to become better. I don't think central midfield is a position we really need to sort out first team. We might need a backup one. But McGree went to Middlesbrough for a decent fee and didn't really do too much. So I feel like he was maybe a bit inconsistent. James Weaving has picked 3 players: Sanderson, Sarkic and Chong. Unfortunately, I agree. I'd love, obviously from last season, I'd love Sanderson back. We've got him. I'd love Sarkic back. obviously, but we're not going to get him because he's part of Wolves' plans. Chong, he was exciting to watch, but he didn't have the end product. He had that big injury, he came back, wasn't really the same. So, yeah, fair enough, he was exciting. He was a good player, he's obviously got the quality. I think Hernandez showed a little bit more out of the two of them. So, yeah, I'd probably go with Hernandez, but fair enough. I would also love to see Chong back. He's better than anything we've got. Damien says Hernandez and Bacuna were the best two last year. Yeah, I think that January transfer window where we bought in Hernandez, Bacuna and Lyle Taylor, those three kept us up. Those three were all so good. Gordon, Sarkic and Hernandez, also Sanderson for me, yeah. McGree was decent, Mengi was quite good. Yeah, Mengi versus Sanderson. I know we've now got Sanderson, but who would you say out of their loan spells seemed better? I agree with your point about Hernandez and I love him back, but surely the most impressive was Sarkic. Yeah. Sarkic was definitely the most impressive, but I think if you weigh up our current goalkeeper, Everidge, against what we've got on the wings, I think Hernandez would have a bigger impact on this current squad than Sarkic would, if you get where I'm going. However, Sarkic, yeah, he was a massive impact, and it was so frustrating when he went. But I think Hernandez on the current squad, considering we've got, Graham and Lecco playing at wing back, so they're our wingers, I think Hernandez improves on Lecco massively compared to Sarkic on Everidge. Need a left back more than anything, yeah, definitely. Sanderson is better than Mengi. Mengi was underwhelming in my opinion. Of course, injury didn't help. Yeah, I think Mengi was carrying a bit of a knock, and because we had a lot of other players injured, Mengi had to miss out a few games because of injury, and he never got full time to recover because there was no cover for him. So it was unfortunate. However, yeah, I think on the face of it, Sanderson definitely did more for us than Mengi did. So yeah, that was. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Ryan says Mengi. So, yeah, fair enough. What did you find better about Mengi compared to Sanderson? I think we tried to get Hernandez, but we got the wrong one. Yeah. We just said to Norwich, can we have one of your wingers? And they said, here you go. Here's our best one, Placetti, you can have him. Not that I'm judging him before we've seen him. Obviously, he could be brilliant for us. Nice play from Lecco there. Wins a free kick in a decent position on the wing. Yeah, but Placetta could be brilliant for us. But from what I've heard of Norwich fans, his pace, and that's about it. But pace could be good for us because it's something we seem to lack for a while. Another topic. What does everyone think about us getting rid of Sunjic, obviously just on loan for the season, Sanchez going, Villalba going? What does everyone think of these players that we're letting go for the season or permanently? Is it a mistake? Is it good to have them off the wage bill? Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one. Just free kick comes in. Almost the same scenario as Hogan. Almost the same scenario as Hogan's goal. There's a good ball in from Bacuna. And Hogan just headers it, but I'm not sure if it took a deflection. Yeah, it did. Took a deflection and went out for another corner. Well, not another corner, a corner. Plays it short to Lecco, who plays it to Bacuna, creates an angle, swings it in. Oh, it's close. Free kick to them for offside. So they've got a free kick. Does anyone have a live stream of it? Yeah, I don't think you'll find one, to be fair, because any channel that live streams it will probably get done. Hence why we're not doing it. But yeah, that's the power of the watch-along. It seems like we've got rid of the so-called deadwood, but where are the incomings? Yeah, that's the issue. If we were going to get rid of them and bring players in, fair enough. Nice, brilliant interception there from Roberts to stop a certain one-on-one. But yeah, if we were going to get rid of players to bring some in, fine. But if we're just getting rid of players to lower the wage bill and just completely make our squad thinner than it already was, then, you know, it's not good at all. Is Leko playing on the wing? He is at wing back, 5-3-2. We are playing with Hogan and Deeney up front. Sunjic needed to go. The Spanish boys kept saying, I want to go home, and it done my head in. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Sanchez, I don't think was that bad. Villalba, yeah, fair enough. He was homesick. But yeah, Sunjic, I agree. He's he's not really good enough. Referee blows the whistle for half time, by the way. Sunjic isn't really good enough. However, well, a Bundesliga team have seen promise in him, so maybe he is good enough, but he's just been playing wrong. But yeah, if we're going to get rid of him, you need to bring someone in, and the fact that we haven't brought someone in and it doesn't look like we're going to means I would have rather kept him. Where did you get the lineups from? I just went on social media. I went on Instagram, I think, and just saw what Blues had posted as the lineup. I will go through the lineup actually at half time. Dan, how are we doing? We're doing okay. I mean, we went 1-0 down to a sloppy mistake from Leko. They did a nice pass after that, sent them through one-on-one, and they chipped it over Everidge, who slid at the player's feet. Then we get back into it. Lovely cross in from Bakuna, and then a flicked-on header from Hogan, which was obviously very nice. Our first goal of the John Eustace era. But apart from that, I'd say we've been a little bit stronger, but we haven't created too many chances, but they haven't really went forward. But it's been pretty even. But if anyone had the edge, I'd say us. Jack, if we're comparing Sanchez to Placheta, I think Sanchez would have done more for us. Yeah, I agree. Hope Placheta proves me wrong. Yeah, from what Norwich fans have said, Sanchez would be better. But maybe Placheta was in the wrong system. Maybe he'll be very good for us in the Championship. Who knows? Scotty Hogan is a Blue. He hates Villa. Exactly, Charlie. The defence needs rebuilding. Last 4 or 5 seasons, it's been the same players. Mark, I agree. Dean, Roberts, Colin, yeah. To be fair, Dean, obviously, I don't think he'll feature for us again. Roberts, inconsistent. Colin was one that seemed really consistent, and then he came back from injury and was a bit funny. But I do agree, we do need... We've got Sanderson on loan. Then we've got no left-backs. Then we've got, at centre-back, we've got... Well, right-back, we've got Colin, and then centre-backs, we've got Roberts, Dean, Friend, and, well, yeah, Sanderson, who I've counted. So we obviously need a left-back, probably another left-back, and then a versatile defender, and then probably another centre-back as well. So we need a lot of players. That's why we struggle for this amount of time. Yeah, Dean, Roberts and Colin have been there since Redknapp. Yeah, we really have struggled defensively. Has Sunjic left then? He's went out on loan to Hertha Berlin, I believe. But yeah, we'll see how he gets on there. Hello, Snuggles. I wasn't expecting to see you. Snuggles is a Man City fan who is always watching our Football Manager streams. If you haven't caught our Football Manager streams, I will be doing one tomorrow evening, probably about 8 PM. So look out for that. But Snuggles is a Man City fan who started watching our Football Manager, and it was nice to see, you know, someone else watching our content. And yeah, it was... Yeah, hello to Snuggles. Is Dean playing at the back today? No, he is not. Probably on the bench. I haven't seen the bench, but I'd imagine he is there. Basically hit and miss game, yeah. Maybe second half, yeah. Hello Voltage in the chat. Summarise first half. They scored early, Lecco mistake. We started to build into it a bit. Bakuna crossed it in to Hogan, who flicked it on into the corner. Nice goal. 1-1 half time. Not too much really happened, but if anyone's had the edge, I'd say us. Right, I'm just going to go for a minute or two. I just need to go and get a drink, and I'll be right back. Hello everybody, I am back. Mark in the chat says, oh, we'll go Sanderson and Gordon at the back. Oh yeah, of course, I forgot Gordon out of that centre-back list. Pace and athleticism, yeah, that sounds pretty good. If we play at 5, I think Roberts has to be in there. But yeah, if I was going for 4 at the back, Sanderson and Gordon I'll go with. Easy, Sarkic, Hernandez, Taylor as the 3 players. Mengi made of glass along with Chong, too many injury-prone players. Yeah. The 2 Man United players are the players made out of glass. What's going on in their training? But yeah, I agree. Those 3 loanees definitely saved us last season. Gary as well. We haven't got rid of the Deadwood. We have got rid of the whole squad for that. They're awful results and positions in the league. Don't lie. The whole squad are rubbish, unfortunately. Yeah. The only players that I think are good enough for a mid-table championship side are Deeney. He wasn't at full fitness last season. He was about 70% by the looks of it. So I think if he's at 100%, Deeney, Bakuna, yeah. And then obviously our young players, this isn't including loanees, but the players we actually own, Bakuna and Deeney, I'd say, are the only ones that are really mid-table championship level. Should have brought Ben Foster back home. Yeah, it would have been nice to see. Snuggles, a lot of views, yes. I don't know if I'm seeing this right, but my screen is currently saying 772 views, which is a great number. Thank you to everyone who's pressed on it. Currently on 13 likes. Can we get that to 20 likes? If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Blues Focus TV. And little side plug, I also have my own channel, JC Football. The link is in the description. If you haven't already, make sure to go over there and check out some of my content. And if you enjoy it, hit that subscribe button too. It'll really help me out. We've just flew up to 21 likes. Thank you to everyone. Next goal, 30. We'll go up by 10. Can we get to 30? So, a question, and it's a bit of a different one, but there are about 5 minutes until it kicks off. I'm going to give you a question now about the championship, not necessarily about Blues. Who do you think, going into this championship season, looks the strongest? Who do you think is going to win the league, get promoted? Just choose one team that you think will definitely get promoted. They don't have to win it, but who do you think is going to get promoted? let me know in the chat. Should have brought Ben Foster back home. It would have been nice to have Foster with his vlogs. And we definitely need a goalkeeper, so yeah, that would be nice. Just going to go 1 more minute and I will be back. Oh, apologies for that. Right, so how are we looking with our team? Have we made any changes? Although, of course, it wouldn't show yet. But yeah, 5 minutes. We'll get to see if we've made any changes. I wonder if, you know, anyone that was on the bench, Placheta maybe. Be interesting to see either some players that have been out on loan, Odin Bailey, someone like that, or a Placheta. It'd be nice to see someone different, just to see how they've improved or see if they're any good. Job and Bailey and Penn. Yeah, I'd like to see Bellingham actually, yeah. That'd be interesting. Probably be 11 changes here, to be fair. Could be. I think we'd lose the game if we made 11 changes, because we've got the majority of our senior players on currently. Can I already see Dean and James ready? Yeah. Interesting. Wonder if I'm a little bit behind. Don't think I am. And the lad from Norwich looks really nice. Are you at the game, Adam? Rob, you want Dean to stay? I don't mind that. I think he's a bit inconsistent. I think as soon as he loses faith in the manager, he downs tools. But I also, I'm not sure how he's gonna get back into the team, considering what happened. It seemed like a pretty big fallout. So yeah, I'm not sure about him. Now I can see them warming up, got the bibs off and shirts on. To be fair, that's just me being stupid, yeah. What is it live on? Snuggles, it is live on Blues TV. Got to pay for it, so it's £5, but yeah, it's on Blues TV, which is currently buffering, which is always great. Do love a bit of Blues TV. And it's crashed. Nice. Changing goal as well. Looks like G-Cock. Ah, interesting. I mean, G-Cock hasn't had the best experience. I feel like every time he's been in the goal, we've always had a weak squad around him, which means that we just sort of get bullied and he concedes quite a few. But good to see how he's getting on. Nice of you to do this, chap. Thanks by the way. No problem, Gary. It's yeah, it is interesting. I wanted to watch the game anyway, and I thought, why not do a little watch along for everyone? Yeah, but it's good to see how the players are developing as well. Struggles, I think I might go jinxed it. I think I might have jinxed it. Lecco played well first half, but did he? He had a few decent dribbles. Yeah. And gave the ball away for the goal. Probably Norwich to get promoted. Yeah. Well, do they look as strong as they have in previous seasons when they had Buendia and Campbell? And I know they've still got Campbell. I think Bournemouth had him on loan. Is that right? But I don't think he wants to stay. And they haven't got Buendia. So in attack, I'm not sure if they're still as strong. They've got Pukki, but have they got the players around him? If Rashika stays, if Sargent stays, then potentially they've got Hernandez. They're definitely going to finish higher than us. But yeah, I think any of the relegated teams are a pretty good shout. Yeah, Norwich is obviously a good shout. Rob, it would pee anyone off though. Think of it, the captain for how long, and then Deeney came in, spat his dummy out. Yeah, I get that, to be fair, because you look at like Maguire at Man United, who's just been really struggling. Ten Hag's came in and kept him as the captain, which is obviously good for his confidence. And Dean, yes, he's a bit inconsistent. Had he done that much wrong? Not really, not to lose the captaincy. So yeah, I agree with your point, to be fair. I was at Blackpool and didn't really blame him for any of the goals. Yeah, I think he's been blamed for a lot of stuff that weren't his fault, but then also there are things that have been his fault more than quite a few other people. Zach, we will be 10-1 final score. I'm assuming that's lost 10-1. I was at the Coventry game. He don't like catching the ball. Oh, okay. Is he going to be punching it into his net, punching it out to the opposition, or just missing it completely? Is there a new 11 for the second half? I can still see Bakuna, Hogan, Woods, Colin. I think James and Plachetta are on. Looks like Lecco and... who was playing in midfield? Bakuna, Woods, and... let me get a quick update on that. He just dives late. Hall. Wait, Hall was playing? I can't lie, if he was playing, I did not see him at all. Dean is on. And he just hoofs it away. You love to see that. No nonsense. I don't seem to be able to get an update on the changes that have happened. The Blues fans are singing Harley Dean, he's a great defender. But yeah, from what I can see, Dean is on. Placetta's on. And then Bellingham. I believe Bellingham's on. And Jordan James. So 4 changes. Could be more. Bacuna for Ballon d'Or, Shane? I think he's a shoo-in. I think he's definitely getting that Ballon d'Or. All jokes aside though, he has been a very, very good signing for us. Someone said earlier, Huddersfield fans said he was lazy, and that we haven't seen him lazy at all. He's been very, very good. Good to see Judy's back. Lol, I know it's his brother Job. Harley Dean plays it off the attacker so that we win a goal kick. Very nice. Be back soon, keep up the good commentary. No worries, Snuggles. Thank you. Sean, he's got one of the highest work rates in the championship, to be honest. Yeah. From what I've seen of him, he does everything. He can do a lot of stuff. Which, he always tracks back, does the hard yards. Good passer, good at getting out of tight situations. He's very, very good. Placetta just went down the wing. Crossed it in, didn't go to anyone, but yeah, he did a decent little run. Gordon, we need to sell Dean this season. Gordon, you can have an argument in the chat with Rob. You two can have a nice friendly debate and see what happens. Because to be honest, I think if we were to sell him and get someone in that's better, then obviously I'd take that. But he has been scapegoated a little bit. So yeah, but he is a bit inconsistent. He does have a mistake in him, but when he's good, he's really good. Do you remember that run that he had? I think it was during COVID. Last run, the last few games of Bowyer's tendency. No, the last few games of the first season where Bowyer came in. Sorry, I swear he got man of the match about 3 games in a row on Sky or something. He was incredible. But yeah, he's a bit all over the place. I don't know, mate. If he gets back in form, I'll take Dean back. Yeah, if he plays at his best, he's probably our best centre back, to be honest. This could be Bellingham's season to show us what he's got. Yeah, hopefully he gets the opportunity. But then again, if we bring in signings, he won't get the opportunity. So it's a difficult one. Who out there is better that we could afford? Good question. Is Aidan Flint available on a free? Didn't he go from Cardiff? Or maybe I was just dreaming. He's a goal scoring centre back. I don't know how he is defensively, but I know he can score some goals. Ooh, they nearly scored them. Portimonense, close. I'd play Nico Gordon over Dean. Gordon does look like a very good prospect, definitely. Sell him and get Dan Burn back. Yeah, Dan Burn's on that Newcastle money now, no chance. I think Dean, to a point of thinking he was bigger than the club. Got to a point, where he thought he was bigger than the club, and his loan to Wednesday put him back in the right headspace. Yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully he is now in a better position and he can push on. Dan Burn was an okay defender for us. I'd definitely take Dan Burn now. He's a very good defender. Morrison back for a year. Morrison left Cardiff as well, I think. Yeah, and Morrison left Reading. So, 2 Morrisons there. I'd take... definitely take Michael Morrison back, though. We haven't had a proper leader since Michael Morrison left. Gordon and Sanderson could be a very promising partnership. Our problem is experience is important. Yeah, it's important in the Championship. So that is our best centre-back partnership, I'd say, on paper. If we go in for a 4-4-2, that's what I'd want to see. But yeah, the experience there isn't great. Messi on a free to sell the programmes at the Tilton. Yeah, you know, if Maxi Lopez comes in, we might be seeing Messi down St Andrews outside the Tilton at the turnstiles. That'll be a good sight, wouldn't it? Sean Morrison is like Yuki in defence. They're putting a bit of pressure on us now, which obviously isn't great. Can we bring back Scarf Lady? No, Matteo, we can't. You got to think, who wants to come here? It's a mess. Yeah. It's like Siriki Dembele. We were linked with him last season from Peterborough. I'm pretty sure we put in an offer. Bournemouth did. He just rejected us. He wasn't interested. I get Bournemouth were also there, but it's not an interesting proposition at all, Blues. It's not exciting. If you join, you pretty much know you're going to be in a relegation battle. So unless you want, you're dying for game time, then I don't really see why many people would come here. I have to agree. Scarf Lady for left back and Mad Malik new striker. I think a 4-3-3 would be a brilliant formation, would work for us. Yeah. Look, you said earlier, Plachetta, Graham on the wings, Deeney up front. Sounds pretty good to me. It's still 1-1. They're having the better of these first 10 minutes of the second half, but not much. They haven't really created a chance. They're just sort of going forward and yeah. $23 likes now. Can we push? Can we try and get to 30? If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button. Yeah, but Dembele hardly played for Bournemouth. Yeah. But he'd prefer to be there than at Blues. I'm not sure he cared about the game time. I think he just sort of wanted to beat a good team rather than Peterborough. I can see some players going to warm up. I think my vision is awful. I think it's Stirk, Keller, Oakley. I'm trying to vision who the other person was. I can't remember. I think it was Tate Campbell. I think we got 4 youngsters all put the bibs on, going down the touchline, warming up. Can we get Gary Cahill out of retirement? Remember Barry's bench? Unfortunately, no. Sorry. When was that a thing? I'm just wondering if it was something that was like before I was born. They're through here. Oh, okay, they've slowed it down a bit on the wing. Get the ball in. All the way out the other side for a throw in to us, I'd say. I went to school with Brandon Keller. He was a prefect. Oh, nice, fair enough. In the main stand back in the day. God knows. Sorry. Keep on TV. Hello. How we playing? First half, pretty even. We probably had the edge. They had one chance. But they had one chance and took it from a Lecco mistake. Then we equalise. Bakuna crosses it in. Hogan flicks on a good header. We had a few sort of chances, but apart from that, not much has happened. Second half, they've definitely started brighter, but we have made some subs, so yeah, it's not much going on. Placetta's on, which is good to see how he gets on, and then some youngsters really. Barry Fry, you mean? Oh, I know who you're on about. Love how much we're pressing and trying to win the ball higher up the pitch. Yeah, I think that was good in the first half as well. I noticed it a lot. Hogan and Deeney were really complimenting each other in the way that they pressed, so that they weren't running after the same ball. They were tactically getting into positions. So yeah. It's definitely better than sitting back. It should work with our youngsters, yeah. They're hungry, just like me. I'm currently eating. And they're going to go for it. And hopefully they can get some rewards out of it. As Graham is on the wing, crosses to back post. And it goes out for a goal kick. Not sure about that decision from the ref, but a goal kick apparently. Looked like a bit of a 50-50. It could have hit anyone. One of their players is currently sitting down from the goal kick. I think he's got a little bit of a knock. Guys, you are absolutely smashing it. Up to 32 likes. Thank you very much. Now, you know what the next goal is, don't you? 40 likes. Can we get to 40 likes? That was definitely out. Throw into us. Don't forget as well, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to Blues Focus TV. Plenty of football is going to be coming up. Plenty of content. I'll be back with, obviously, my match predictions, looking at the opposition. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff lined up, so make sure to subscribe. And if you want to know a bit more about me and my channel, then my link's in the description. You can head over there and have a look at what I do. Some Premier League, some Championship. I've just started my pre-season content. And then there's a bit of gaming over there as well. Hogan there goes close. Ball whipped in low. That sort of poacher's effort again, but just passes it. Just past the post. It ever so close. Don't think Eustace has sat down yet either. Not stopped shouting all game. Yeah, it's what you want to see. I know it's a friendly, so he's going to be trying to implement his stuff early. But yeah, you want to see your manager giving instructions and all that sort of stuff. And what I can see now is Eustace standing with 5 players. Interesting. Bakuna, Graham, Colin, Woods and Hogan off. Campbell, Stirk. They all ran on too quickly. Cosgrove, is on. I think Marcel Oakley was on. And there was someone else, but I just missed him because they all ran on too quickly. I think it would be brilliant if we could get Marcus Force on loan. He would... Mikel Forsell, yeah. Yeah. Going back to our football manager career that we've got going. Marcus Force is doing very, very well for us on loan. Is it full time? No, we are in the 62nd minute at the moment. Yeah, another half an hour to go. One of their players is currently injured in their box, so medical staff just on. Went a bit quiet. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have Karanka, yes, although about 7 of our last 10 managers I would never want back at the club again. I remember when Blues played 2 up front, Zarate and Forsell. Would like to see Blues go back to a 2 up front from the start, possibly a 4-4-2. Yeah, we started with 2 up front this game, but it was a 3-5-2 with 2 wingers at wing back. It's the Bowyer system again. Now, whether Eustace can get something out of it that Bowyer couldn't, we'll have to wait and see. But the fact that he's implemented it now makes me think that's his football ideology. That's what he's going to go for. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Cosgrove, yes. Cosgrove is on up front. Which is obviously very interesting to see him. I'd love him to score. I'd love him to become the £2 million striker he's supposed to be. Because he hasn't really had a chance. Like, a lot of people take the mick out of him. A lot of people, wish that we'd get his wages off the book. But he could actually be pretty good. Barely seen him. But yeah, be interesting. Why don't we just bring back Forsell? If only. Back and bloody hell, 54 views. I think Eustace will change formation. To be honest, I don't care what formation he plays. As long as he has the players to play it and it comes out with results, I do not care what he plays. But yeah, if it's anything like last season, I'd like to stay away from that, obviously. I wish we had Kevin Nisbet instead of Sam Cosgrove. Yeah, we were after him. Didn't we put a $2 million offer in for him as well as Cosgrove? But they rejected it, even though they'd said that they wanted $2 million. What's the score? It's still 1-1, Snuggles. Not much happened this second half, to be honest. We're 20 minutes in. It's been a bit quiet. Come on, Blues, says Charlie. Yes, come on, let's win. One more goal, that's all we need. What am I eating? Nothing too exciting. I literally cooked some pasta before I came on stream, intending to eat it before the stream. Then had to set up, didn't get a chance to eat it. So I literally just at half time stuck it in the microwave for a minute. I'm literally just eating dry pasta because I need something. But yeah, I'll have something proper after, but barely eating anything today. From the interviews, I think Eustace wants to play 4 at the back, but we've not got the players to play that. Defensively, we're not strong enough. Yeah, maybe that's probably why Bowyer was going with the 5, but again, I didn't like the way we played it with wingers. I don't know. It's difficult. Yeah. I prefer four at the back, obviously, but if we haven't got the players, because we haven't really got full-backs, we've got wing-backs. Well, wingers, which means we have to play wingers and five at the back rather than four at the back. Yellow card for Josh Williams. Don went to Scotland and brought back the wrong striker. Yes, indeed he did. I'm hearing we are going to sign Jimmy Wackberger. Who? Can't get much out of a friendly. Yeah, you can't. But I think because our squad is already so thin, you'd think that he'd want, at the first possible opportunity, to implement his style of play. I think if he was a manager that was there last season, if Bowyer was still here, maybe he'd try something different. But I get what you're saying, he might change it completely next match. But it could be something that just he likes. I don't know. I hope not. The 4-3-3 we played under Bowyer in January was brilliant. Yeah, I like that. I didn't mind the 3-5-2 as well when we had Bacuna sitting behind Hernandez and Taylor. That worked when them two were strikers with Bacuna behind. But then when he moved Hernandez back to wing back, it just went crap again. Our problem is we haven't got another player like Yuki. I don't think Deeney can play that role. Yeah, Deeney's not that. He's not that, is he? He's a good shooter, he's strong, but he's not the aerial threat that Juki is. With Juki, you know, if you cross the ball into the box and it's somewhere near him, he'll fight for it and he'll probably win the header. Deeney's not that player. I think we need at least 6, maybe 7 players in, says Mark. Yeah. Or 8 or 9. Or 20. We need a few, definitely. Thoughts on Bassini on TalkSport, says Adam. Interesting question. I'm surprised it's taken that long for this to come up, actually. It's just mental. He's literally mental. Gary says Bassini's a lunatic, though he would fit in with the lunatics that own Blues. Yeah, I think if Bassini was going into a partnership with who we've currently got, it would make sense, but yeah, God knows. Again, if Bassini's coming in and he's literally not involved, it's his name on the door, but Sullivan will buy him out or whatever, and everyone else is in charge of decisions, then I do not care. He can come in all he wants. But if he is going to have any single decision in this football club, I don't want him. I do not want him. Fed up of hearing about Bassini. We need a poacher up front. Hogan can be that. He is more of a poacher. You play the ball into him in the box low or to his head, he'll flick something on. But yeah, when it comes to 1v1s, you never trust him. Let's have a laugh, eh? We need a solid left back. We need a left back in general. I don't even care if he's solid. We need someone to play left back. But yeah, a solid left back, ideally, would be what we want. Need to send an SOS to Maxi Lopez. Maxi Lopez, Paul Richardson. I'm not entirely convinced by their proposal. It depends if they've got someone backing them. If it's just them, then I think it's still a bit of the same situation, a bit worrying. Because have they got the money to keep us through the season and keep us up? Probably not. I think I've got more money than Bassini. Yeah, Mark. Me too. Me too. You don't have as many properties on Oxford Street, though, do you? That are all probably bankrupt. That looks like a corner, maybe. Maybe not. Bassini buying blues is like putting lipstick on a pig. Yeah, fair enough. That is a pretty decent analogy. Campbell has the ball nicked from him. They've got the ball on the wing now. They play it back. We concede late most games. We need solid defence and build from there. Yeah. Maxi Lopez deal just as bad as Bassini in my opinion. Yeah. Like I said, it's people that haven't really got the money that is going to be invested in the squad properly. So is it really worth it, or should we try and hang on just for someone better to come in who actually can get the club out of this situation? Probably. This half has definitely been a lot quieter than the first half. I can't really remember a chance. We did create one chance actually where Hogan just put it wide, but that's all I've seen. It's been a very, very quiet half of football. 35 likes at the moment. Let's keep pushing. Let's try and get to 40 likes. That'd be great for the first watch along of the season. There may be more watch-alongs to come. It obviously depends on availability. If I'm free, but yeah, just make sure to hit the like button. Highlight of the second half: the bloke carrying 4 points on a canteen tray. Yeah, the crowd have been more entertaining, definitely. Williams has it on the wing, blocked off there. Tried to tap it round his man and run round him, but he got blocked off and nothing given. All we need is someone with money and not a lunatic. Yeah. Pretty much sums it up, Gordon. 39 likes now. One more. Who's going to be the 40th person? Any of the youngsters looking good? Williams got booked. He went in for a challenge a bit rash. But he's done a bit of running around. Campbell has looked pretty good, to be fair. He has been quite good at the back. Looked quite assured on the ball. He did give it away once, but then he made up for his error. He has looked pretty assured at the back on the ball, stepping out. He's looked pretty good. Haven't really seen Jordan James, although we know about him from last season a lot, so we don't really need to speak about him. Haven't seen Joe Bellingham either. And then Plachetta, haven't really seen much of him either. Yeah, it's been... Harley Dean steps out, puts in a crunching challenge and wins the ball. Cosgrove is through on goal. Oh, and he takes a terrible touch. He was like sort of through. The ball bounced through. And instead of chesting it, I think he accidentally misread the bounce. And it just bounced off his shoulder and he fell over. Problem is you got lunatics standing in the way, wasting time with real investors. Yeah. Because they're looking for this whole 21% thing, aren't they? And apparently on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, they like to sell in stages rather than all up front. I don't know if that's just someone making it up. I don't know. But yeah, it's annoying. If they just go, yeah, we want 100% sell it, there you go, then great. But yeah, they with their silly terms, they're messing us up. How would you assess the style of play and passing? Style of play, pressing. First half, I saw it a bit more, quite high pressing, getting onto them early, trying to force a mistake. In possession, I think we've tried to pass it about a bit more rather than hoof it up, which is good. We try to utilise the ball rather than just be scared of it. And we haven't really been too bad at it either. So yeah, high press, and when we've got it, we try and keep the ball. We try to move quickly up the pitch, but not with long passes. We try and play short, direct passing forward, which is what you want to see, really. I think some of the youngsters are going to be good this season. They just need time. Yeah. I think there's more bigs in the offing if Bassini and Lopez fail. Yeah. There's supposed to be. Do not quote me on this. It could just be people making it up. But from what I've heard, there are actually people that have a bit more money that are being quiet about investment in the club. But Bassini and Lopez are sort of in the way of that, because Bassini had that exclusivity thing and then he missed the deadline, and now he's saying he's bought it or he's buying it, and yeah, they're getting in the way. I wish they'd just go away, because I think we could get a deal done in pretty decent time. 41 likes as well. That is great. Hit the 40 like mark. Last challenge of the day. We're in the 78th minute, so there might be a bit of added on time. So let's say there's 15 minutes left. Let's try and get to 50 likes. 9 more likes. Let's try and hit 50. That'll be a brilliant achievement. I'm already so happy to hit 41. That's massive. But let's try and go to 50. Adam says, Almagir said he knew of about 7 interested, and that was weeks ago. Yeah, there are other people, and the fact that they're being quiet about the fact that they're interested is good. A lot of takeovers that happen, people work quietly. Bassini and Richardson and Lopez, they're just going out in the open and speaking. They have been, and it's stupid, because it's just not going to work that way, I don't think. I feel like something will just happen. Like, we'll all wake up one day and we'll all have a notification saying these people have bought the club. It's whether that happens, but I think it's more likely that happening than Bassini or Lopez taking over, to be honest. Now, you can't take Bassini as a serious owner. As his views on TalkSport, is there proving anything? Yeah, him offering Simon Jordan out for a boxing match, saying he's going to be trained by Tyson Fury. What is he going on about? He's absolutely mental. So 80th minute, 10 minutes left to go. Still sitting at 1-1. Not much happened this half. I'm hoping for a good last 10 minutes. But, someone did point out, we do concede late goals often. So, hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we score late goals under Eustace, but you never know. Another free kick to them in the middle of the field. It's just a bit... It's really being played in the midfield. It's stop-start. And we've made the changes because obviously a few players might have been tired the first game back. But yeah, it's not going amazingly. It's not bad at all from a defensive perspective. From a defensive perspective, it's been good, but the rest of it's just been a bit boring. Yeah, a bit meh. Yeah, we haven't been close either to scoring. unless I'm behind, or unless that's a question. Could be a question. But yeah, we had the one chance in the second half, which was Hogan again flicking it on, just wide. But they are on the attack now. They play a lovely ball in. Crossed in. Okay, Placheta gets it at wing back and hoofs it forward. G-Cop with the ball at his feet now, plays it up. Placheta wins the header. James brought down. Nice bit of footwork around his man, gets brought down. Harley Dean plays it to Campbell. Williams. Oh, Sturk's playing in the middle of the field, spreads it wide. Nice ball out to Placheta. He plays it to James. Brilliant running. Goes past two men. Placheta crosses. Cleared away. Cosgrove. Oh. Is that a corner? Not sure what it is. Oh, apparently it's a foul. Didn't look like much of a foul, but the thing is, you have to have faith in John Eustace. Yeah, he's a proven furious coach, a real ball man. Also in QPR favourite Harry Biggleswade, a real up and coming Johnson. You can see Blues United winning the World Cup in 2023. I have faith. Yeah, Eustace. You know, not going to judge it until I've seen it properly for a few games. Needs to be competitive games. Well, I'm not going to judge him on a friendly. And yeah, obviously I hope he does very well, but it's difficult being a Blues manager, as proven by many before him. Gary Cosgrove just isn't good enough. Never has been. He hasn't looked good enough from what I've seen of him. However, I still feel like he's had such limited minutes. There's not really enough evidence to judge him on. Yes, at face value he hasn't looked very good, but he's never been given a run in the team. He's never really had the chance. So yeah, it's a difficult one. However, I do think 2 million could have been spent better. I will definitely say that. Poison Chalice, yeah. Definitely Poison Chalice. They've got the ball in the middle of the field. They're playing it forwards. Oh, good running from Tate Campbell. Puts a foot in, puts it out for a throw, but he started behind then and he managed to get in front or side by side with his man and get a good challenge in, good foot in. He has probably looked the best out of all the youngsters that came on half time, second half. He has looked the best out of everyone. Jordan James had a good run, haven't really seen much from him. Apart from that, Sturk played a couple of nice passes, but yeah, it's been nice to see some different players. Joe Bellingham, however, is he actually on? Yeah, he's there. I have not seen Bellingham all game. I don't know if that's just me not paying enough attention, but I haven't seen him. Placheta with some... Norwich fans said he was pacey. He's just had some very good pace to, block off one of their very pacey wingers and let the ball go out for a goal kick. Colours for our away kit. Something different. Obviously don't know what colours they're going to be. What would I like to see... I always quite like black kits because they're nice. They look good on. Like you could sort of wear them with anything. So black kits are good. Not a fan of yellow kits. I liked the reasoning. I liked the special meaning. Didn't like the look of it though. And I didn't like that whole third kit that was orange and green, whatever the hell that was. Yeah. What would I like to see? I don't know. What would you like to see? Let me know. Has Bellingham played well? Snuggles has been very quiet. I haven't really seen much of him. Do quite like the home kit. Yeah. First time I saw the home kit, I was a bit sceptical. Thought, it's not as nice as this one from last season. But the more I've looked at it, it's definitely growing on me. It's just nice and different. Like this one was different. It's a different pattern, like a zebra sort of pattern. It's something we're not used to seeing. They've done another different thing, and it's nice to freshen it up. Thomas, hello in the chat. We know Cosgrove and Lecco aren't good enough for the Championship. They wouldn't get in any other Championship squad, League 1/2 players. Yeah. Again, Lecco we've seen enough of to know he's not good enough. Cosgrove was worth 2 million, and I mean, it was Dong doing the business, so he was probably worth about 100k. But he was doing well in the Scottish League. Not that that's anything to go off. I think there was something in him, but I can't imagine, after coming in, making about 3 substitute appearances, then going on loan to League 1, he's going to be full of confidence. So I sort of think we may have ruined any chance of him being good. White kit would look great, yeah. I cannot remember a white Blues kit, like a fully white Blues kit. I remember when he used to play FIFA and Dortmund had white kits, and I thought they were lovely. If we can do anything like that, I'll happily have a white kit. I'm sure they've said the away is based on a previous kit. Can't think of what away kit stands out though. Pink. A pink kit. The Belgium kit. I can't think. I think it's just too warm. I'm struggling. Adam, yes, sorry, I've read that one out. Daniel, we paid money for Cosgrove with loads of loading symbols. Yeah. If we paid like 500k for him and it didn't work out, fair enough, but we've paid 2 mil, so yeah. We haven't got what you'd pay 2 mil for. He also hasn't had the chance, but he probably also hasn't had the chance because he didn't really show anything in training, or the manager didn't want him, or, you know, so it obviously is a massive waste of money, like probably our biggest ever waste. I know Sunjic was expensive, but we've got a lot of games out of him. We've got some good goals out of him. He does have some very good games. But Cosgrove, yeah, to spend 2 million on a player that's made about 4 substitute appearances in like a year and a bit, it's quite a year and a half. It's quite worrying. Yeah. Right, we're now in the 90th minute. And the full-time whistle goes. So, 1-1. End of our Portuguese tour. Away against Portimonense. 1-1. It's okay. The football was okay in the first half. Second half was a bit quiet. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. We definitely need to add some players to this squad if we want to stay up. A few people have been talking in the chat. Someone said 5, someone said 6 or 7. Yeah, we need some players. Definitely at least 5. But yeah, it's been good to watch them. I was impressed the most out of all our either young or loan players. I was impressed the most with Tate Campbell. I think he looked very assured. He was playing at right back. I think, or no, he might have been playing a centre back because he was in the 3 at the back. Don't know. He was playing centre back or right wing back. He looked pretty assured. Was happy with him. And yeah, a few other decent performances in there. Cosgrove wasn't 2 million, it was about 750k with add-ons up to 2 million. Big chorus of keep right on at the end. You love to hear it. Yeah, it's great. Game over, beer time, says Wayne. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not going to be having one because I've got work tomorrow and I don't like beer. But yeah. How many permanent signings have we made? We have made a grand total of 0. Yeah, nothing. We've brought Placheta in, the Norwich winger, on loan. We've also bought Sanderson back on loan, and there's no recall option there, so we've got him for the whole season, unless he obviously gets injured. So yeah, we've made those 2 loan signings, nothing permanent as of yet, hoping that something happens. There's plenty of free agents out there that you can just you can just go and get. Like, if we're not going to spend money, but we want permanent players to add to our squad, just pay someone's wages and get a free transfer and get a free agent in. But yeah, nothing at the moment. So, quick review of how this game went. They score early from a Lecco mistake. We equalise because Hogan flicks in a Bakuna cross. Very nice, very Hogan-esque. That was all before half time. Second half, nothing really happened. We got to see some young players. Tate Campbell impressed, for me anyway. That is the end of the watch along. I hope you've enjoyed. We've hit 43 likes from what I'm seeing, so that is a massive like goal. Thank you very much for everyone who's pressed the like button. Make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to Blues Focus TV. There'll be plenty more content coming like this, as well as when the season starts, there will be predictions, there'll be vlogs, and then in pre-season as well, there'll be some transfer videos. So there's plenty of stuff that's going to be coming in to the channel. And again, little plug, if you haven't already, head over to my channel, link in the description, JC Football, and I do Championship, Premier League, and then some European football as well, along with a bit of gaming, bit of F1 because I enjoy that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff to enjoy over there. So if you do enjoy that, subscribe as well over there. Thank you to everyone in the chat, everyone who's pressed the like button. It's been great to watch this game along with all of you. And from me, James at Blues Focus TV, I'm out. Up the Blues.